Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Enjoy Learning Computer Science. To watch my previous videos, watch my YouTube channel. To get notified for my new videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel Enjoy Learning Computer Science. This video is part 7 of computer networks. So today we are going to learn about unguided media. So what is unguided media? Unguided means wireless communication. So in the previous videos, we have discussed about guided media, which is wired, okay, which is wired communication. So unguided means wireless. So electromagnetic waves are used for this unguided communication over computer network. So for wireless communication, electromagnetic waves are used to communicate from one computer or from one network to another network. Okay, so what is frequency? This frequencies of waves. So electromagnetic waves only are used for wireless communication, right? So this electromagnetic waves are measured in hertz. Okay, so as the frequencies of electromagnetic waves change, their properties also change. So based on their frequencies, electromagnetic waves are categorized into various categories. So look at these categories, which is given in increasing order of their frequencies. First one is radio waves. So it is in increasing order. Microwaves. So microwaves frequency is more than radio waves. Okay. Then infrared radiation, visible light, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays, gamma rays, and so on. So we are going to discuss about only radio waves, microwaves, and infrared waves for wireless communication. The first one is microwave. So what is microwave? So microwaves have a frequency range of 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz. So the frequency range of microwave is between 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz. Microwaves travel in straight lines. Okay, the microwaves will be able to travel only in straight lines, and it cannot pass through any solid object. It cannot penetrate through any solid object. So to travel microwave or for microwave communication for longer distance, high towers are built and antennas are put up on their top. Okay, so microwaves travel in straight lines and they will not be able to pass through any solid object. So for long distance microwave communication, very high towers are built and microwave antennas are put on their top. Okay, so look at the picture, you'll be able to understand. So towers are put and antennas are kept at the top of the towers. Now distance between two microwave towers depends on many factors, including frequency of the waves used and height of the towers. Now these waves travel only in straight lines, and therefore the sending and receiving antennas have to be aligned with each other. See here, the microwaves from one satellite to another can travel only in straight line. So this consists of a transmitter, a receiver, and the atmosphere surrounding area. So microwaves are used to transmit signals such as mobile phone call. So microwave signals are used to transmit data without the use of cable. It is a line of sight transmission. Line of sight means straight line. It can travel only in straight line. And in microwave communication, two directional parabolic antennas are mounted on towers. As I told, see, these antennas will be mounted on high towers or any buildings or hills to send and receive signals through air. So they have to be properly aligned with each other. These two parabolic antennas should be properly aligned with each other. Otherwise, the signal will not be focused well in the receiving antenna. Now, what are the advantages of using microwave transmission? it is cheaper. Okay, it is a cheaper source of communication because there is no need of cable and no maintaining, no repairs at all. There is no need of a repeater also. Now communication through microwave is much easier over difficult terrain. In difficult parts like mountain areas and those places, communication is much easier because by keeping the tower and keeping the antenna on the top, microwave can be transmitted. Now microwave system permits data transmission rate of about 16 gigabits per second. Okay, and these microwaves have the ability to communicate over oceans. Now the disadvantages of microwaves are, it is an insecure communication. It is not secure. Then signals from a single antenna will get splitted and it will get propagated slightly through different parts. So it reduces the signal strength. And if there is rain or thunder and storms, this microwave propagation is disturbed. Then the cost of design and implementation of microwave and maintenance of these links are difficult. Okay, the cost is more and bandwidth allocation is extremely limited in case of microwaves. These are the disadvantages. It is insecure. It reduces the signal range. The weather, the climate affects the microwave propagation like rain, thunder and storm. And the bandwidth allocation is extremely limited. The cost of design, implementation and maintenance is high. Now the radio waves. Radio waves use radio frequencies. Okay, and this radio waves are used to private businesses for direct voice communication. You know radios, right? So for direct voice communication, these radio waves are used in private businesses. Now a radio setup, this radio setup uses a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter will sense radio waves and encodes them into sine waves, which are received by a receiver, then decoded and a message is received. So a transmitter will send the radio waves and encodes them into sine waves, then it is received by the receiver. At the receiver end, it is decoded and the message is received. Both the transmitter and the receiver will use antennas to radiate and fetch the signals. And this radio wave is not line of sight transmission. That means it is not necessary to go in a straight line, and it can penetrate buildings also. It can pass through buildings and solid objects. It is omnidirectional. Omni means different direction. So the advantages of using radio waves, they can be used indoors or outdoors, and they are omnidirectional. Omnidirectional means it can travel in any direction. And transmitter and receiver antenna do not need to be physically aligned. Okay, earlier we have studied in microwave, the antennas should be aligned properly. Here it is not necessary. And radio wave transmission offers mobility. It can be changed easily. It is cheaper than laying cables and fibers, and it offers ease of communication over difficult terrain. Okay, these are the advantages. Now disadvantages of radio waves. It is an insecure mode of communication, and it is susceptible to weather effects like rain, thunderstorm, etc. like microwave. Okay, so radio waves use radio frequencies, and it is used for direct voice communication, and it is mainly used for private businesses, and it uses a transmitter and a receiver. Transmitter will send the radio wave and encodes them into sine waves, which is then received by the receiver, and it is decoded and the message is received. So both the transmitter and the receiver uses the antenna to send the signals, the radio waves, and they are omnidirectional. They are not necessary to be travel in straight line, not necessary to be aligned also, and it can penetrate through buildings, can pass through buildings.